welcome to the session. So in this particular video, I'll talk about another interview based question, which is very frequently asked in majorly two companies, which is Amazon and Microsoft specifically. And this is a very interesting question as well. Do let me know that whether you have faced the same question or not. So what they are saying is that usually if you know about the stock market, so in that we usually buy and sell the stocks. That is what usually happen. And what is our major aim is that our major aim is to maximize the profit, correct? The major aim or the goal is to maximize the profit, and this kind of problem statement is given to you. Here what they are saying is that basically they are talking about the prices of the stocks. For example, here they are saying 7 rupees, 1, 5, 3, 6 and 4. These are the prices of the stock, and here if you will observe, what we need to find out is the maximum profit. So our output should be something where we need to report that what is the maximum profit that we can retain here, right? Within optimized algorithm, right? So here if you will observe, if you will try to observe this very much carefully, what do you think should be the output? Here if you will see on the first day, so this is the day 1. Now here I'm not talking about indexes, I am saying day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 and day 6. Now on day 1, if any stock X is of rupees 7, if you will see here, after day 1, the stock price will keep on reducing. So it means that the person will not take much benefit if he will be able to buy the stock at day 1. At day 2, the price of the stock is 1. So at that point of time, I think it's of very high profitable, because after this particular day, the price of the stock will keep on increasing as comparable to the value 1, correct? Now, when it is maximum on day 5. So here, if I will talk about maximum profit, it is nothing but as equals to 6 minus the value of 1, which is equals to 5. Similarly, here suppose the value is not ended here, if it is goes 15 until 15 at day 7. So the same maximum profit will become how much? It will be 15 minus 1, which is equals to 14. So majorly, I hope that the problem statement is clear to everyone. We need to find out the maximum profit as an output that a person will be able to get if this is a kind of a price array or the list which is given to you. Now one simple thing here if you will observe is that the maximum profit is nothing but as equals to what is the price of the I, what is the in the list, what is the current prices of the I, right, minus the, I would say, minimum price, right? Now we need to compare this value with the max profit, which we will initially initialize with 0, and at what point of time we will be able to get that maximum value of this particular thing. We will be able to get the maximum value. That is something which we are saying is a maximum profit. Can I say? Right? So here if you will see, the minimum price will be equals to 1. And the prices of I, if it will keep on seeing, so obviously 7 can't be the case. After 1 only, we will be able to, take a number or take a stock value once we will be able to buy this stock. So it will be either 5, so 5 minus 1 is 4, 3 minus 1 is 2, 6 minus 1 is 5, 4 minus 1 is 3, 15 minus 1 is 14. So this subtraction I will keep on doing the comparison with the max profit value, and whichever will be giving me the maximum value, that will be my final output. So whatsoever I am saying here, let me try to do the implementation of the same, so that the things which I am talking about here will be pretty much clear to everyone. So what I can do here is that, let me write the driver code first. So let me write the driver code first, where I can take the prices as the list. So what I can do is that, let me take the same numbers here. So here I was having 7, 1, 5, 3, 6, 4 and 15. So it is 7, 1, 7, 1, 5, 3, 6, 4 and 15. Okay. Now what we can do here is that we can find out the maximum profit, right? We can call the function find max profit in stock. So basically here we need to import the value of the price list that we have, and here we can print the maximum profit of buy and sell the stock is, and here you can simply return the value of a max profit, right? You can simply return the value of the max profit. Now this is where you call your function, correct? So this is something where you did the function calling. This is something where you did the function calling. Now here if you will observe, what we want is that we want to define the function. So here comes the function definition, where we need to define the function called as find max profit. And here what we can do is that we can pass the same list that we have called prices. Now we can define two variables here. One is the min price, whose value I will initialize with a value which is something high, so that I will be able to find out the minimum price in the list that we have. So I will define it as float of inf, fine. And the max profit, I can define it as something like 0, correct? Now what we can do is that we can make one for loop for I in range, which will go until the value of the end of the array that we have. And after that we can do one simple comparison, that if suppose the value of the prices of I is suppose less than the value of the min price that you have currently, at that point of time the min price is something which is equals to prices of I. So in this way, at every time whenever you are running towards your current element, you are just comparing the current element that you have with the min price value, and somewhere if you will be able to find out a value which is lesser than the min price value, so you are just updating that value. Perfect. And if that is not the case, then you need to do the one more thing to determine the maximum profit. It is the what is the prices of I at that point of time minus what is the min price. If that value is greater than the max profit that we will be having, then what we can do is that we can update the value of the max profit with the value of prices of I minus the value of min underscore price, correct? And finally, when we will be out of this for loop, we can simply return the value of max profit. So what I can do is that now I can simply try to run this code. Here if you will see, we will be able to get the correct output, which is 14. If you remember, that is what we are looking for in our test case. So here if suppose you will increase some number to 20 suppose, then it should be 19, right? Because 20 is something which is having a maximum stock value and 1 is something which is having a minimum stock value. So the difference is something which is giving me the maximum value. Suppose you will change it to maybe some bigger number. Suppose it will be, or maybe if you remove this, so at that point of time your minimum price is 3. So your answer should be 17. 20 minus 3. So I hope that now I'm making sense to everyone, and this is how we can simply do this particular code. Now here if I will talk about this time and space complexity. So first of all, let's talk about the time complexity part. What do you think is the time complexity of this particular code? Here if you will see, we are just using one for loop which will iterate from 0 to n minus 1, and after that it's just simple if else condition where we are returning the maximum profit. So it simply signifies that the time complexity is nothing but is equals to order of n. When I am talking about the space complexity, now here if you can see that we are not using as such any kind of extra space. So I can say that the space complexity is something which is big O of n, big O of 1, which indicates that it is a constant space complexity task. I think that this part is pretty much clear to everyone, that how basically we implement this particular logic, and what first of all you need to understand whenever you're solving any interview based question, that what is the problem statement it is about to talk about, right? See the required test cases, see the various outputs, try to understand the problem statement first. After that, develop a logic of the same, and finally once you will be able to get the confidence that your logic is perfectly fine, then only go towards the implementation part. Then you will see that you will be able to do the implementation within seconds, right? With this, I would like to end this particular session. Hope you guys really enjoyed this particular question, and now if you will be able to get this question in your interview, you will be able to answer it very much perfectly, right? So with this, happy learning to all. Bye bye everyone. See you soon in my next upcoming video.